Geomorphology. So, in our urban, it is a wealth of a well-known historical and cultural site, as well as a valuable natural landscape. So, as you can see here, we have a museum for cultural heritage. So, we also referred our urban as an urban revolution since drastic changes caused by urbanizing population result in feedback mechanisms that affect the land and water ecosystem, but we have a solution for it, such as the dam and water ventilation. This produces a variety of distortion and maladjustment whereby man changes the environment in creating a totally new cityscape as a physical process of change in highly populated areas where human activities occur, such as the urban. So in the urban, as you can see in our diorama, it is a plain land with a very industrialized cement waste for landforms in rural and urban. We have a plateau, a mountain, and for our water forms, we have bay, gulf, rivers, and bodies of water in motion in the streams, the sea, and for water, we have a salt and fresh, which is the salt is from the seawater, and the fresh is the potable water from the water district. So we have here a certain plateau on the top of mountain. So this plateau on top of mountain is called Tanzania Plateau. It is a fertile soil where farmers can grow crops such as maize or corn, rice, as well as wheat. The flat land of the plateau above is ideal for these crops, while the slopes of the mountain support tea farms, coffee, and other crops. A plateau is a flat elevated landform that rises sharply above the surrounding area on at least one sided. It has also become a certain attraction to the people living there. Plateaux occur on every continent and take up of a third of the Earth's land. They are one of the four major landforms along with mountains, plains, and hills. So in urban, um, we don't have mountains and hills, but we have plains wherein the commercial buildings and the houses are being displayed. Doon po sila nakatira. So, yung plateau po na to is under siya sa suburban on top of mountain shot. So, the plateau has been rising about 0.03 centimeter or 0.1 inch a year. Although erosion can influence the shape of a plateau, such as the soft rock, which erodes away in the top of a plateau, but it is safe naman po for the citizen living there. So, as we all know, there are two types of plateau, but this plateau is an ordinary plateau, but not made in volcano activities. And beside this plateau are a green environment and many animals are inhabiting the forest. So it is a green environment, a green ecosystem where there are many animals inhabiting it. So it is rich in fruits, vegetables, and many animals are living there. So it is very suitable for ecosystem. And for the mountains, we have yun na nga, 6 mountains in the diorama. One is in the suburban and the other is in the rural. So 5 in the rural and 1 in the suburban. Mountains represents one of the most inspiring and attractive natural features in the surface of the earth, which is being presented in this diorama. Two of the mountains are in spur form, while the other one is a mountain where rich in greenery, fruitful ecosystem, and the other two is unfixed form due to erosion happens and ecosystem is also affected, but being revived again by the community. So slowly by slowly, changes happens and years by years or months goes by, it is being fixed by the citizen there and they are trying to plant fruits and vegetables for their daily livings. So I believe that it will become a natural futures later on. So our bay and gulf is located within the sea or within a division of the sea. So it's and the river is connected to the sea, which is from the suburban, which is also being utilized as a one source of water living in the rural and suburban. Rivers serve as a hugely important sources of water and energy as well as transportation corridors and fishing grounds. So it is not only for um, sources of water and daily living, but also it is being served as transportation, and it is not a polluted water, but it is a potable water that can be drink and can be used anytime. So the bodies of water in motion is the rivers and stream close to the dam and the mountain, and um, aside with it is the lake. So our sea is within the suburban, which is being guarded by the marines, and there is also a seaport and a trade center for trade development. A seawall serves as a coastal protection to the community and people living there because it is very important for the people living there to have an seawall protection or coastal protection for their crops marine and for their safety. So water flows from areas of higher elevation to areas of lower elevation, which means that, for example, a water flowing into the areas of watershed which rests between terrain ridges. Much of this becomes groundwater, but a lot of it winds up in rivers originating in the watershed. So there is also a groundwater that the people in the rural area can get it or can benefit from it. So, as what I've said a while ago, the salt water is the sea water, which is being used for other benefits, and the fresh water is the potable water, which is being filtered system of the water district from the source of mountains, Nadine, and other sources. So the ocean and seawater contains fish, squid, and other living beings of fish that can be used for livelihood and crops. So for tourist spot, we have a mini pond on the park which is being located on the urban, which serve as a mini dam when there are rains. So it is for the use na din to have a dam and also at the same time to have a tourist spot in an urban. So mountains and rivers na din is also considered as our tourist spot in suburban as well as the rural because of its rich and diverse ecosystem, and it is being preserved and protected by the government and the citizens living there. So for the water in the rural and suburban is from the water district, from the filtration as well as the dam, and the groundwater from the ground, and also from the water from the mountain and other natural resources such as the rivers, the lake, and the ocean for food. And while for the urban, since they are already industrialized city, which is being created by city landscape, so we have an irrigation and water dam for them, so they cannot really have an water ground, but instead it is being industrialized and have an irrigation system properly. While for the land, the plain lands is being inhabited for the people, so and the commercial beings, so people in the commercial industries being located on the plains, while for the mountains, um, mountains, hills, plateau is being served for the natural ecosystem. So there are really no people living there, but it is for preservation and for the growth of crops and such as the maize, the wheat, and other foods.